Wieso funktioniert das jetzt nicht? Okay. Let me just see. You can't even see me. So where is now the camera? There's the camera. Okay, so good morning. I hope it works now. Let me just see. So let me just have a look at Facebook if everything is working again here. So let's see. There's an event. Okay, yes. If you can see and hear me, yeah, just let me know, please. But it looks like it is working. I see a couple of people are in there already. That is absolutely great. So, yes, there are 2 comments. Good morning, Shingi. Hello, how are you, Nkabe? I'm fine. Thanks very much for joining this morning. Real Estate by Musa says you can hear me loud and clear. Zodwa says good morning. Kabe confirms everything is working. Nice. Okay, so good morning. Yes, let me just start with short and crisp introducing myself. My name is Dagmar Breiling-Murray. I'm the CEO here at Funding Connection, and we assist entrepreneurs raising capital. We do that by lots of advisory, of course, and then we can draft business plans, feasibility studies. Everything is, of course, always with the financial forecast included. And then at the end, we also assist with raising the capital, filling out forms, compiling documentations, and the biggest part is always really making sure that the documents, the business plan, and the financial forecast, everything is consistent. Because this is usually the biggest challenge. Here? Okay. Tasneen says good morning. Alex says good morning. Okay, great. What are we doing today? This morning I wanted to talk about how to develop a winning pitch deck, of course. Okay, so you always need, so when do you need classic? You need an investor pitch deck if you want to raise capital from investors. In some cases, keep in mind most government institutions want to have 10% on contribution. So if this happens and somebody says, it's a great idea, I have offtake agreement, I have the skills, I say, okay, you should be able to attract any private investor. To be able to do that, I would then recommend to do an investor pitch deck only to raise the 10% or maybe 20%, to leverage that then and then raise the rest from other financiers or government institutions. Yeah? So an investor pitch deck is please not a big pile like this. It's not thousands of PowerPoint presentation pages, and it is a carrot. It should be a carrot to make sure, oh, okay, the investor says, this is an interesting case. I understand what you are bringing to the table and what you achieved already, and I can piggyback on that and invest some money into your venture. It's not a fully fledged business plan, please. Yeah, it is really 8 to 12 pages, maybe a little bit more of a presentation. And you can, what can you do with these presentations? Different things, of course. Either way, you just sit down there in front of potential investors and say, okay, this is what I want to do. And the pitch deck helps you to guide you step by step through all the different aspects a pitch deck should have. Yeah. And or in some cases you also can email it. Yeah. So that means you always need to think about, so if you want to do a presentation, do you have the technical the software or app on your computer so that you can easily do that. You can even do a presentation in Zoom or on video calls. So there are different options out there. You just need to make sure that whatever system you are using or app, that you then have also the opportunity to present that. If you want to email it, please make sure that the file is not excessively big. We have lots of times the problem when we do really pretty pitch decks that it is difficult to just email to somebody. And if they then need now to, make it simple also for the investor, don't go sign up somewhere, download something. Okay, so then we just make it a little bit smaller, the file, so that it's easily emailed. Yeah, so these are just some basic tips before we even start diving now into what should be covered in the pitch deck. Usually my business plans, I always say, this is not a picture book for children. Yeah. A pitch deck is a little bit more visual, and you can have more visual aspects, pictures, graphs in it. Yeah, still just make sure you get and these graphics and graphs are there to get the information across. They are not there to entertain. Yeah. In some cases it makes sense to just have a picture of the product we want to offer, so if this is relevant, or of the outcome, what you want to produce, or the equipment you want to use, so always step back, yeah, and think about this: the investor, this is the interest of this investor, I know that much from him, and maybe he's a little bit more technical, and you get him curious with the technical details of your services or products you want to offer. Or the investor is a little bit more interested, he doesn't care about the technical details, he just wants to see, okay, what's the impact this service or product has on our clients. Yeah, so you see, you always need to have a little bit of a look out and see, so you would bore me if you go too deep into any technical details about how you now want to produce something or how something is working. I just need to understand it is working, there's a proven concept behind it, and the effect it will have, and the advantages, the unique selling point, the advantages it will have for clients and customers. Yeah, so it is not one pitch deck will fit everybody. Sometimes it's just you need to amend them a little bit. They are basic information, they will always be the same. Some cases you just put in another slide of the technical details, 1 or 2 slides. In other cases you just can take them out, and maybe you have an extra slide for the market, because it's exactly the market this investor you want to approach has in any case. Yeah. And then he sees, marketing these things will be absolutely easy, because this is my target market at the moment already. Yeah. One thing what I always recommend is, and it's even a fun exercise, have a look at some of these lions' dens, dragons' dens. It gives you a little bit of an idea how investors are thinking. Yeah. Even if you don't want to approach these millionaires in dollars or euros and, or even billionaires, the thinking of an investor is always similar. They have a look, is this an area where I have the expertise? that means it's an advantage for you, so because that means they understand the market quite nicely. They usually have access to the market. They can give you lots of insights. So these investors are not only spending money and helping you to grow or start your business, they are also adding mentorship and coaching. You're having a consultant, in this business. And if you watch some of these Dragon's Dens or Lion's Dens or whatever they are called, depending of course on the country where they are recorded, you can see that in most cases the people, they present their product and looking for investments are not so keen on the money. They are most of the time really, really keen on expertise, skills, and access to market. Yeah. So don't forget that if you do your pitch deck. So that means we said, let me just recap. Make it pretty, but only prettiness will not get you far. Yeah, so make sure that you get your message across. That's the most important part. I've seen lots of really pretty pitch decks and even business plans, but the key essential information was not provided. That will not help you. Yeah, put more effort into the content than into the design. It also shouldn't look ugly. Okay, so it's not okay. Dagmar said no details to design. No, it should look still pretty. We here at Funding Connection, we're using Canva.com. There is a free version out there. They have lots of templates. They are intuitive to be used. They are so much quicker to prepare a presentation than on PowerPoint. You can extract it as a PDF later on. I think even the normal version, you can extract it as a PowerPoint presentation. So whatever you want to use to share that with potential investors, you can do that. I highly recommend this. This is really, really nice software. We tried a couple of other ones. I'm sure because our world is moving fast here, there will be some better ones in the future, but at the moment Canva is really great. If you're a little bit clued up, you can even use ChatGPT with it. We tried it 6 weeks ago. It didn't do what it promised, but I'm sure it will change there too quickly. Yeah, so we always have a look out, and I will share this information with you when I see things are changing there. Okay, so now we have using Canva, doing a presentation. It's a carrot. Make it individual for each and every investor. Think about what is interesting for them. So, and the carrot means, okay, now they want to see your business plan afterward. Yeah. So what do you want now to see is, let me just open one of my investor pitch decks, and then I just go through the different pages so that we just are all on the same page. What do you need to cover in this? Yeah. There are basic things I definitely would cover, and so you have usually a nice front page. Then you think about your table of content. I would always put that in there. These are the things we will cover. You need to talk, of course, about your company. And if you're talking about your company, you need to talk about the shareholder, key staff, what you have achieved already. And what you have achieved does not mean that you're traded already. So if you traded already, and that is good, but if you are not traded, did not trade, but you maybe have already some offtake agreements secured, or you found suppliers for your raw products, and you found the right equipment, you know. So you need to add as much what you achieved for this venture to share that on your pitch deck, because the investor wants, specifically if it's now a startup, the investor wants to feel confident that you've done all the groundwork. He doesn't need to think about anything. He will just check, okay, does this all make sense? But I always say an idea itself, it's zero worth. Yeah, only if you put a little bit of meat to this, then it makes sense also for an investor to say, okay, I see your sweat equity. You've done all the groundwork. We are ready to rock and roll. You just need some cash to start your business. In some cases, you need some cash to be able to leverage it to raise some finance. That's what they want to see. Yeah. If you have anything, talk about your mission, your vision, your values. For me, that is always a little bit too one of the soft aspects. Okay, so I'm more for hard aspects, but I know for lots of people this is also important. So, and sometimes I saw some funny missions and visions to earn the most money for our shareholders was in any of these missions. That's not what the mission is. You know, a mission is what do you want to do for your clients and customers. Yeah, and the vision here for Funding Connection is, of course, to help entrepreneurs, specifically here in South Africa, to start and grow their business so that at the end we all can grow the South African economy. Yeah, as an economist, that is my mission. Okay, then you're talking about the problems, not your problems, but the problems in the market, and you want to solve. Then you can talk about the solution you will offer. Yeah. So let's think about Funding Connection. The problem is there are lots of people, they want to start their business. They don't know how to start the business. They don't know what funds are available. That's why we have all our newsletters here all the time, where we share this information and to make sure that everybody knows what to do. And one of the problems is also that people don't know how to draft a business plan, how to draft a feasibility study, and even how to apply for funding with any of the institutions or funds available here. Yeah, and that is our solution, what we offer: advisory, business plans, feasibility study, financial forecast, and support with the application process, and in some cases also capital raising. Yeah. So then always have a look at your competitor. Having competitors is a good thing. Don't forget that. Because that means there's a market. I see lots of times when I have a look at business plans specific, that people say we don't have any competitors. If you don't have a competitors, the financier or investor is worried that there is no market. And specifically with totally new developed products or services, you need to put lots of money, marketing money, into educating people that there is a solution out there. Yeah. So ChatGPT, let's talk about this one, what I just had mentioned before. They did a clever marketing strategy. They just set up everything so that there is a viable minimum model out there, and they offered it to use for everybody for free. Yeah. So, and that means the marketing expenses were really, really small for them, because they just needed to share this information. So they have lots of subscribers at the moment, and as soon as you want to have a little bit more services from them, you need to pay. Yeah. So this is a clever marketing strategy, and definitely for something where you need to educate people how to use something totally new. Lots of, specifically in the computer world, in the IT world, people do that. Okay, so we talked about your competitors, then maybe also about your market. Who is your market? What is your target market? Don't say your thing is your service or product is for everything, for everybody. Yeah, that is, if it is for everybody, it's definitely not for me. Yeah, and I'm sure all of you feel the same. So that means you just need to make sure that you are absolutely clear about your target market. I would recommend in the beginning, there are two strategies. Either way, you make it really, really small and then you grow it a little bit, or you make it a little bit wider, have a look what's really happening, and then you narrow it a little bit down. Yeah? So there are, but it's never ever for everybody. Yeah? I would also not recommend to be able to offer everything, and because you want to be seen as an expert, and you are not seen as an expert if you offer, I don't know, catering and consulting and business plans, and I have no idea what else. Yeah? So you want to be seen as an expert. That means you are also able to charge a little bit more. And then at the end, of course, please do not forget to have a page where you contact us. Yeah? Email address, please an email address you're checking on a regular basis, not what you're checking once a month or something like this. Telephone number where you can be reached is also absolutely important. Yeah? A friend of mine has a telephone number she shares, but she's only available via WhatsApp on this number. You know, I don't want even to know how many customers and clients she's not getting because people can't get hold of her. Yeah. So always think about, you want to make it for the other person you want to attract as easy as possible. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Hello, let's say I have 100K, can get invest interest for financial assistant. Sorry, I'm not understanding it. So you have 100,000K and you want now to leverage this to raise capital for your business. You would be able then to attract another 900,000 Rand worth of investment. Yeah, I know NEF is always saying yes, we can finance 100%. I don't want you to have a small little chance like this. Yeah, I want you to have a proper chance. That's why I always say, make sure you have some sort of own contribution in place. Yeah. Okay, Gabriel, pleasure. Okay, so anything what you learned today, what you didn't know, can you just write that down? I'm just interested to see how I'm adding value here to your business. Is anybody looking for a pitch deck at the moment? Are you planning to do that on your own? Give me some comments, please, here. I usually like to be, you know what? I usually like to be on my phone because then I can see all the thumbs up and hearts and all these things, and that's definitely something what I'm missing here when I'm on my laptop. Okay, nobody learned anything here. Great. So, Mark, thank you for valuable information. Okay. Pleasure, yes, that is what I like to do. Andrea, I learned that if there are no competitors, then there is no market. Okay, so let me just, I know that's what I said, and let me just verify this. Most of us here, okay, in this room are really first-time entrepreneurs. If you want to offer some products or services and you have no idea how to market it and you see nobody else is offering this, you need to invest too much money into developing this market. Yeah, that means why I said if there is no competitors, it will be difficult for you. You know, think about ChatGPT. I'm not too sure they had big investors behind them. They were experienced entrepreneurs also on the other side. So that's why they were able to do that. And you see now Microsoft and everybody else is also jumping onto this wagon, and they do develop these artificial intelligence in a way so that we all can use it. Okay, real estate, Musa. Say you got a pitch deck. Where can one now find potential investors to pitch? I would always have a look at either way your clients, your suppliers. Sometimes it is friends and family or people you know. They are business people and say, this is what I want to do and I need some help and advice here. And in some cases it's also, no, I don't want to pitch you to get to be my investor, but you can also ask, I would like you to have a look at my pitch to give me some feedback. And maybe they are so blown away that they say, you know, so I'm sure your name is Musa. Musa, I'm impressed. I can see what you achieved already, and I want to invest in you. Yeah. So suppliers is a way, potential customers, friends, family, any acquaintance you made who is maybe in this industry or is not in this industry, you know. So real estate, I'm just assuming, okay, so maybe you want to set up a development. So that means have a look at all your contacts you have. Are there any construction companies you maybe can partner with? Yeah? The part about the 10% contribution, thanks for the heads up. Yes, be prepared, you know, so increase your chances dramatically. Please, please, please. And there is always a way around it. Yeah? Envy, good morning. Let me just see, it jumped here. What organizations offer seed funding and startup capital, and what equity instruments do they usually use for startups with no capital or assets at all? Okay, so it is difficult to answer in general. Okay, so CFARM and NEF can definitely, and IDC and Land Bank all finance startups. NEF says they can do that without collateral. For smaller projects, none of them uses equity. You know, so to reduce the burden of the loan. For bigger projects, PIC can offer equity. They start from 100 million rand projects. That's where they can do that. I think IDC can also offer some equity, but they only do that for really big projects. Yeah, I'm not too sure, Envy, how much you want to raise. Okay, I am in the security and career business. How do you grow it and get funding? Okay, Solani, I would always think about what is your lowest hanging fruits? How do you have access to market? Where would you be able to quite quickly add value to your clients? And then think about what do you need to be able to get there. Yeah. So maybe you need to have another vehicle, or maybe you need to hire more security staff. But that's, you know, so you get a contract for security, then you only need to say, okay, now I need to invest in new staff and an additional vehicle. Yeah. Solani, everybody please, not only Solani, absolutely important, make sure you are compliant with everything, with SARS, with CIPC, with bargaining council in some cases, with UIF, have everything above board. Yeah, that's your only way to really raise capital. Clementine Charmaine, good morning team, my network is very bad, can't hear anything. Do we get to record it? I wanted to hear this topic. Yes, definitely will. It stays on our Facebook page, so we don't delete things. You always can have a look later on. So that's why we do that on Facebook, just to make sure that not everybody I am aware of is able to have a look at 10 o'clock Monday morning here. So that's why we do that. Okay, great. Okay, that was again a fun morning for me. I have 2 new staff members, so we will definitely introduce them, both of them, the next couple of days to you, so I can just have a little bit more time with them, share what I want them to do, and so that we can further grow here and offer you great services. Envy. I'm looking forward to raise 7 million based on my feasibility test and projected financial statements. Okay. So what I want you, the best way to get further our advice is definitely go to our Facebook Messenger. Please don't use my personal one. I'm bad with answering and replying there. And then you can just send us some information. Cherise is now there, and Brent left us starting his own business. I'm absolutely excited for him. I will share some newsletters with you later on, so that you definitely know also what he is up to. And Cherise will be able to answer now all your Facebook messengers. And oh god, no, not Facebook. Funding Connection .coza/contact. Okay, and you can also contact us here on our website. Cherise will ask you a couple of questions. No worry, I will be helping her so that it's qualified answers. Can I pay a visit to your offices? Yes, of course, Solani, you're always welcome. We are here in Hillcrest in Durban, please. We have at the moment 1 consultant in Benoni in Johannesburg. Yes, so you're more than welcome to just pop in. I'm not all the time available, but we definitely have enough team members here who will be able to assist you with some questions you may have, yeah? Or you can also set up a proper consultation with me. That's of course then a paid consultation for 790 Rand. And then I will be make sure that I am available, and then we just can discuss your venture, your options, So in some cases I say this is possible, this is not possible, so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into it. Okay, so I'm wishing you all an absolutely successful new week, and we definitely see us next week Monday again. Take good care. Bye.